As the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeat the New Orleans Saints in the NFC divisional round of the playoffs, the Bucs moving on to the NFC Championship game, a lot is in question about the future of Drew Brees. The Saints need to move on from Drew Brees. Drew Brees said that he still doesn't know if he's going to come back for another season or not, or he's going to retire. If he does not retire, the Saints should not take him back. They need to move on. Here's the thing. As great as Drew Brees is, as great as a resume as he's had, a first ballot Hall of Famer, all-time leader in yards for his entire career, the thing is, they're never going to win a championship again. The Saints championship window has officially closed. He was awful on Sunday. There's no other way to call it. You got to call a spade a spade. 134 yards, 3 interceptions, 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter, especially when the game was tied late in the third quarter, 2020. At that point in the game, it was Tom Brady outplayed Drew Brees. As simple as that. And the Saints are loaded. You have a top 5 defense. You got weapons on the offensive side of the ball. I understand he's been dealing with injuries late this season. But when you're on the field, you're healthy. There are no excuses. The Saints need to move on and look elsewhere. Do I think blow it up? Absolutely not, because you have so much talent on that roster. And here's the thing why they were never going to win a championship again. When you have a heartbreaking defeat in any sport, it's really hard to ever recover. We look at the Cleveland Indians. In 2016, they blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series. And then in 2017, in the ALDS, they blew a 2-0 lead to the Yankees. You look at the Atlanta Falcons when Matt Ryan wins MVP up 20-3 in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. They blow that lead. They never recovered. And the Saints, 4 heartbreaking losses in the postseason. The Stephon Diggs miracle against the Vikings. Then we all know the famous pass interference call. Kirk Cousins outplayed Drew Brees last year in the wild card round of the playoffs. Then Drew Brees gets outplayed against Tom Brady, and ultimately why they lost. The Saints need to move on. If I'm the New Orleans Saints, I'm looking at guys like trading for Sam Darnold, because the Jets may be looking to move on from Darnold, or the biggest fish in the pond, go target Deshaun Watson. Any 2 of those quarterbacks, given with that Saints roster, and Sean Payton can work with a young, talented quarterback like those 2, the Saints will be right there on the top of the NFC still. The Saints have a lot of things they need to work on in the offseason, but Drew Brees is not the answer. Their championship window has officially closed. Those heartbreaking defeats, sometimes you just can't recover. But that's going to wrap up today's show. I want to thank you for tuning into my content. Let me know in the comment section below, should the Saints move on from Drew Brees or give him a 1 or 2 year deal moving forward? Again, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for more of my content.